Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley, and in this class for the next hour, we are going to be learning idioms, in particular, idioms that are related to talking about power and influence. In any case, we'll be learning these idioms through a mixture of discussion and fill-in-the-blank exercises. As we proceed through the class, I'll do my best to inform you of any related idioms or metaphorical connotations of certain words used in the idioms, some kind of abstract ideas behind some keywords. As well, I will attempt to clarify for you the situational usage when these idioms are used. For example, some types of idioms are only used about a person to talk about himself in the first person, or maybe some other idioms are only really used as a reply. Some idioms that we're looking at today, for example, would be only used in the business world, not really in social or family situations. Other idioms are extremely broad and can be used very, very general, wide situations. So anyway, I will attempt to clarify those types of things as we go along. And as always, I encourage students, please, please, please do share with myself and with the rest of the class idioms which you may have or be familiar with in your own native tongues, maybe that are extremely similar to English idioms or even completely different but used for the same purpose. It's always very interesting to share these expressions with each other. Okie doke. Hello, Ruben. Hi, Ruben. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you. Hello.
Well, hi. Where are you from, Ruben?
I'm from Spain. It is very early now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Nader. Hello again. Welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure, of course. And hello to Heidi. Hi again.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hello, hello. Okay, plenty of room in the class for those viewers out there in Verbling. Come on in and join us. I'm going to get started now. I'm going to do a little screen share. To start off with, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some literal meanings of some of the concepts that are going to be coming up when we're looking at the actual idioms. So, for example, a puppet, okay, an actual physical, real puppet, is like a doll with strings that somebody moves the strings and that moves the puppet. The puppet looks very lifelike. Okay, I'm sure many of you have seen a puppet show. Okay, when you pull the strings, the puppet moves. Okay, this is power and influence. If you're someone's puppet, someone else is influencing your every move. This concept is used in a lot of idioms and ideas about people in control, people with influence. People with influence also are often called movers and shakers, the people that make decisions that the rest of the world has to live by, or the rest of the company has to live by. These are the movers and shakers, and we'll be seeing this expression a little later on, more in the lesson. And another very interesting word, Beck. It's very interesting because it's a very old word. And to beck is to make a silent signal, a hand signal, body language. We don't really use this word at all anymore in modern English, except in an idiom we'll be looking at a little later, to be at someone's beck and call. All right? They signal, you move. So to be at their command. So it's an interesting word, and it helps me illustrate a point about idioms. Many idioms are very, very old indeed. And there are expressions and idioms in English that use words that are quite literally never used except in the idiom. They've basically fallen out of use in the language, but they will appear in specific expressions or idioms. Good example of that right here. Nobody uses beck anymore, really, in modern English. Okay, we're going to jump right to the idioms now. Okay, let me quickly welcome Sasha to the class. Hello, Sasha.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine. How have you been?
Good. Got a lot of classes today. We're kind of right in the middle of it, so
But
yeah.
I hope you love you like your job.
I hope so too. So far, so good. Today I do. Anyway, all right. We are going to use these expressions, words and expressions, listed A through H here in bold italics, to fill in the blanks. Now, this fill in the blank exercise is in the form of a dialogue where one person might ask a question or say something, and another person may reply using one of the idioms. Hopefully this will give you a chance to see how the idiom would be used in a real lifelike situation. Okay. Ruben, let's get started, you and I here. Okay, Ruben, for example, if I said to you, Ruben, you've met John before, haven't you? Haven't you?
Oh, yes, it's a little difficult. Oh, I tried. I have to read.
Yes, read the sentence and see if you can figure out which idiom. No sweat, Ruben. If you can't figure it out, they're idioms, and basically idioms you're never going to learn them by learning the words, the dictionary definition of all the words in the idiom. You basically have to learn an idiom as a whole unit. But go ahead and give it a try. If you don't know, don't worry. I'll try to give you a hint if I can. So anyway, again, if we're having a conversation and I said, you've met John before, haven't you? You might answer,
Yes, you are one of the. Oof. I don't know. Movers, no, friends in high place.
okay, well, actually, you've got the right idea. Sometimes, Ruben, you can figure it out not only by knowing the idiom, but by looking at the grammar. You are one of, whenever we see one of the next word has to be, it has to be a plural noun.
Plural noun.
Cannot be singular. So actually, I don't know if you actually actively thought about the grammar, but you quickly said movers or friends were your two guesses. Actually, grammatically speaking, those are the only two possibilities here. None of the others would grammatically fit at all. Okay. So you're very close. As I said in the preamble, I actually use this to talk about the people with influence. So
Yes.
you basically you had it right.
Movers and shakers.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I haven't listened.
Okay. Well, you had it. You can figure it out sometimes with the grammar. So can you read the whole sentence? Because I'm going to reply to you.
Yes, yes, you are one of the movers and shakers in English teaching, aren't you?
And I might reply back to you. Well, I'm not sure about that. That's a fact. More like a big fish in a small pond. I answered your idiom with another idiom. Ruben, do you have any idea what this means? A big fish in a small pond.
No. No.
Okay. As an example, if you're the mayor, the most important person in town, if you're the mayor of a town with only 100 people, you're a big fish, you're very important, but you're in a small pond. It's a very small thing. If you're the president of a company, but you only have 10 employees, you're a big fish in a small pond. That's the idea. You're an important person, but only for a small number of people are you important. You leave your town and nobody knows who you are. Outside of your company of 10 people, nobody cares about you. So you're only a big fish in a small pond.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Nader, if I was to say to you, there's no way we'll get visas with only 4 weeks to go before we leave. You might reply, don't worry. I'll speak to my friend Jill in the Foreign Office. She's got, yeah, you got it. She's got friends in high places. All right. She knows important people. Okay, with influence and power. Friends in high places. She has friends who have power and influence. They can get things done. Okay, that might not ordinarily be able to be done by just normal, everyday, regular people. Okay, friends in high places, great. Okay, moving on. Heidi, if I said to you, go on, Heidi, have another chocolate, you might say.
All right, then, if you
Go ahead, have another chocolate.
throw his weight around, no.
No?
But under the table, twist my arm, no. Putting good word for you. Friend in the high plate. I know, I don't know. All right, if you,
No. Well,
if you,
we're. I was going to say for sure we need a verb, but that doesn't help that much. A lot of these.
Yes, get them upper hand.
No, no.
Twist my arm.
No, I don't think you're going to get this unless you've heard this. Now, this is very common. What? Oh, maybe you just said it. Twist my arm?
Twist my arm?
Yeah, yes. If you twist my arm. Okay, now this particular idiom is really used in two different ways. The way we have illustrated here in this example, have another chocolate. All right, if you twist my arm. Oh, come on.
Like, children me, forced to me, like that.
Right. Well, right. Let me explain. There's two ways, completely different, that we use this idiom. The first one is just like this. It's a joking way to say, okay, force me to do something that I want to do anyway. Most people would like to eat chocolate. Most human beings on Earth enjoy chocolate. So by saying, all right, twist my arm, I'll do it. Oh, force me to have a chocolate. It's basically like a joke, like sarcastic. All right? Go ahead, dance with the pretty girl. Oh, all right, twist my arm, force me to dance with a beautiful woman. Okay, something you likely want to do anyway. So you're, I don't know, ironically, sarcastically saying, oh, sure, force me to do it. It's kind of a joke answer. And this is very, very common. All right. Basically, it signals that, okay, you made an offer which I already really wanted to do anyway.
If I don't force you, then you can stop.
What's that?
If I say, I don't force you, if you want, then you can stop it.
I'm not sure if I understand. No one's really forcing you when I say go. Oh, have another chocolate. I don't have a gun.
So I don't know. I'm not twisting your arm, so it's okay.
Okay. Oh, negatively.
Then
Okay.
the person stop it. No.
Well, it can. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm understanding you, so let me try to explain the other way we use this.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to force you. But if I said, the person can stop it.
Like if I said, here, have another chocolate. Oh, let me twist your arm.
No,
Like that.
I don't twist you.
Yeah.
It's not necessary to eat. Okay, if you don't.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't. No, I mean, of course, if somebody says go have another chocolate, you can say, oh, no, thank you, I'm on a diet. You don't, you can, they're not really forcing you, they're offering to you.
Yes, I know. But
Okay.
if I turn with a joke, no, I don't twist you.
I'm not twisting your arm.
You are.
Oh, yes, okay, you could say it that way. Oh, no, I'm not going to twist your arm or anything. Don't make me. Okay, yes, you can say it as a joke. All right. If you say, go ahead, have another chocolate, the person may say, oh, I don't know, and you might, as a joke, say, hey, don't make me twist your arm. Okay, that would be common. Don't make me twist your arm like that. But again, very jokingly.
Yeah, I know that means.
Right.
So
Okay.
if you say so I would say, no, I don't want to twist your arm.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I say if you twist my arm, you might say, oh, I don't want to twist your arm. All right. Yeah. Okay. I get it, but it's so. Now I get it. It took me forever to understand you because I understand what you're saying now. Because English speakers, when they hear, oh, right, if you twist my arm, we understand that the meaning is they're accepting because they really want to do it anyway, and probably no one would ever answer that. When you say, if you twist my arm, no one is going to answer you normally. That's why I couldn't even conceive of it, actually. It seemed like totally alien. So, all right. It's like somebody, all right, if you said, have a chocolate, and the person said, okay, if you really want me to, I'm not going to say, well, I'm not forcing you. I guess that's the same thing. All right, anyway, we also use this idiom to actually mean to force somebody to do something. Okay. He's not going to sign the merger. He says he won't do it. Well, can't you twist his arm a little bit? Can't you find something to leverage him? Can't you force the issue by maybe, I don't know, blackmail, or maybe figuring out how to put some other financial pressure on him. Twist his arm. Try to convince him forcefully. So it can be used in business in that way as well. Really not as a playful answer, but as an actual suggestion to force your decision. Like that, to force something to happen. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Okay, we've had a couple people join us, so I want to quickly welcome Anthony. Hello, Anthony.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
Fine, fine. I arrived late at class, but
That's all right. It's no problem. No, we're happy to have you here. Anthony, one thing, there's a little, your microphone's very good, and it's picking up some extra sound. So if you wouldn't mind muting your microphone when you're not.
Okay. I'll do it. Thank you.
Your microphone's a little too good. It's not a problem. Not a problem. Also, welcome Ken. Hello, Ken.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, welcome to the class, and we'll come around to you in just a minute. Let me also say hello to Jackie. Hello, Jackie. Jackie, are you there? No headphones. Jackie, can you hear me? And if so, can you say hello? Okay. Jackie, might want to put on some headphones or something. I don't know. All right. Oh, he's on the job. I see. Okay. I understand. Okay. Shh, can't talk. The movers and shakers will come causing problems. All right. Anyway, Sasha, over to you. Let's look at the next one here. When you've done the washing up, could you go down to the shops? We need milk.
Do this, do that. I'm not. Okay, Jay. At your beck and call.
That's it.
I'm not at your beck and call. You know, I'm not used.
Okay. Very good. I'm not at your beck and call, you know. Okay, it could be used with the negative here. I'm not your servant. I'm not at your beck and call. Or I could just be explaining or describing things. He's very wealthy. He lives in a 47-room house, and he has 10 servants at his beck and call. Or I could say my grandmother's at the hospital. She's in intensive care. She has 2 doctors and 6 nurses at her beck and call. Okay, they're going to serve her. Okay, very similar. They will serve her hand and foot, I will say. So if someone is served hand and foot, that means that there are servants at the person's beck and call who will do anything that they need at a moment's notice. Okay.
Okay, please repeat the previous phrase that you suggest as more or less equivalent of this phrase, of the phrase at your beck and call.
At your beck and call, or okay. Just so you and everyone knows, I'm gonna switch over to the group chat box, the Google Hangouts chat box. That is the blue square box in the upper left-hand corner. Okay. I also introduced the expression to wait on someone hand and foot. You wait on somebody hand and foot, you take care of their every need, every possible need. Very much related to at your beck and call. He has 50 servants at his beck and call. The servants wait on him hand and foot. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. All right. Anthony. Let's try the next one here. Number 5. Anthony. I see your company are advertising for more staff. I'm thinking of applying. You might answer. Here. Anthony, you're muted.
Now?
Yeah, now you're good. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I can see the possibilities of answering.
Okay.
I already.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and read it, and then I'll scroll up.
Okay.
I see your company are advertising for more staff. I'm thinking of applying. You may reply.
Okay. Can I see the answers?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. It would be helpful if you would read it so that the whole class could understand the context. So I will do it for you. Good idea. If you do, I'll. If you do, meaning if you do apply, I'll. Basically, the idea is going to be that I will recommend you. All right? To recommend somebody for whatever, for a job, for any reason, is to put in a good word.
Okay.
All right. Sometimes we even leave off the ending. I'll put in a good word. Doesn't matter what you're recommending someone for. He really wants to date my best friend's daughter. Okay, well, he's a good guy. I like the kid. I'll put in a good word for him.
Okay.
All right. Nader asks, can we say I'll put in a couple of good words for you? Sure. That's a it's a common variation. I'll put in a few good words for you. Yeah. Any of those would be slight variations that we could use the same exact way. You can use this in like a passive way. I was so happy that he put in a good word for me. I appreciate your putting in a good word for me with the boss. That was very nice of you. Like that. So, okay. First person, second person, third person. You can speak. You can use this idiom. Alrighty. Moving on. Ken, can you help me out with this one?
David just arrived late again. Has he? That's the 3rd time this week. I'm going to have to blank and give him a final warning. Have to lay down the law.
Indeed. All right. Make the rules very clear. You lay down the law. You explain to someone in a clear and forceful manner what the rules are. All right. That's it. Lay down the law. All right. And give them a final warning. Again, not warming, but warning.
Warning.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You have to lay down the law. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We also have some related. Okay, maybe we're getting started. You're in orientation or whatever, university or new job. First, before we get started with our orientation, I would like to lay down some ground rules. All right, very much related. I'm going to lay down some ground rules. That means I'm going to introduce you to some basic rules, ground rules. Okay, so this whole lay down rules, lay down the law, okay, introduce or make clear some rules or laws, a couple of variations there of this idea. Okay. Okay. Jackie, I'm not sure if you can reply or if you want to type an answer into the group chat. You can do that if you would like. Or shall I just skip you? Sure, okay. All right, for example, number 7. I might say, what are you watching? Football? Who's winning? And you might reply, nobody. It's 0-0. But Liverpool are starting to beep, bitty, beep, beep. They nearly scored a minute ago. Okay. Liverpool are starting to... Here you go. It's 0-0, but Liverpool are starting to do something. They almost scored. No idea. Okay, let me throw it out to the class. What do you think Liverpool's starting to do? Anybody in class?
No? Get the upper hand?
Yes, Ruben. Very good. Get the upper hand. So if somebody gets the upper hand, they get an advantage. Now, this is okay. It can be used in contests, competition, absolutely. Because this is used in any kind of competition, of course, it's going to also be used in business because business is so competitive. So, all right, you could say Apple is definitely beginning to get the upper hand on Microsoft, no doubt. Well, starting to get, has already gotten the upper hand. Maybe I should make that past tense for that example. Okay, Nader brings up the idiom turn the tables on. Well, very close. Okay, our imaginary football game, Liverpool and Chelsea, let's say. If they're both very even and no one is better than the other one, or any competition where both sides are very even, one starts to get better, we say they get the upper hand. On the other hand, if Chelsea appears to be winning the whole game, they've had 20 shots on goal, but it's still 0-0. Right. And then suddenly Liverpool scores a goal. Oh, all of a sudden Liverpool's has turned the tables. They've gone from losing to winning, in other words. Right. If one was winning, then we have to say it in kind of a passive way. All right, so Liverpool turned the tables on Chelsea. Chelsea had the tables turned on them, like that. So it's always the winner. I'm sorry, the loser changes to the winner. They turn the tables. Yeah. Well, there you go. In the last, I don't know, how long? 5 years, Apple has turned the tables on Microsoft. For example, I would have to say Microsoft was very nearly a monopoly. I think Apple has turned the tables in that little competition. Okay, and last one in this group. Okay, Ruben, we're taking it back to you. Ruben?
Yes.
I wish Bob would stop upsetting people in the office.
Yes, I wish he wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't wouldn't friends in high place?
No.
No?
No.
Huh?
That doesn't. Okay, friends in high places are associates, people that you know that are in power. So we need an action here.
Or
He
if
wish he wouldn't with a modal. You must not. You should not. You would. He would not. It's got to be a verb.
okay. Threw his weight around.
That's it. More of an O sound though. Throw his weight around.
Throw his
Yeah,
weight around. Okay.
that is the correct answer. I wish he wouldn't throw his weight around. Any guesses what that means? If somebody throws their weight around, it's not really physical. I suppose it could be in certain contexts, like if you're a sumo wrestler. But okay, idiomatically, your weight in English. Actually, this is a very important point. Your weight in English can sometimes have the meaning, the connotation of being your power. It can represent your power and influence. If you throw your weight around, you use your power abusively. You throw your weight around, you tell somebody, all right, you're the director, so you tell the manager to bring you coffee. All right, that's not the manager's job. You have your own secretary, or you can get your own coffee. You're just throwing your power around. You're just using your power not to do business, but just to order people around. You're throwing your weight around. All right? So it has nothing to do with physical weight or physical anything. Weight is an idea that means power or importance. If I say, well, his argument has a lot of weight, an argument doesn't weigh anything. It's zero. It's just an idea. What I mean is his argument has a lot of power. It has a lot of importance. It's a very good argument. It's a strong argument. His argument has a lot of weight. Okay, so weight has a sort of a underlying meaning in English, which means power or importance, maybe better, importance. So if you throw your weight around, it means that you're using your own position or power. You're abusing your position and your power. Okay. Anyway, that's the idea. All right. Now, this next section here, we got a lot of idioms here, 10 different idioms. The part that's missing are the verbs up here in bold italics: hold, eat, wear, twist. We're going to go through these a couple times. First, I'm going to see which ones you guys may already know by filling in the blank. Give it a shot. If you don't know them, we have no context, no problem. I will try to explain a little bit about them, and then we'll see if we can use them in a fill-in-the-blank exercise in context. So, what verbs go with these idioms? Nader, A, blank the shots. Who blanks the shots in your company? All right, I'll give you some context. Call the shots. If you call the shots, that means you make the decisions. Bob is calling the shots on this deal. That means it's up to Bob to make the final decisions. Okay, when it comes to buying furniture, Nader, in your house, who calls the shots in your family, you or your wife? Who's the one who makes the final decision? You, okay. Me too, but I should make it my wife. All right. Very good. All right. That's the idea. Okay, next one. Here's weight again. I knew weight would come back up again. Heidi, blank, a lot of weight.
Hold.
Hold a lot of weight. Okay. Yes. I mean, yes and no. that is a correct answer. I just said an argument holds a lot of weight. So yes, obviously, that definitely can be an idiom. There's another one. There's another verb we also use, because I think we're gonna need to hold a little later. I know we are. So
Where?
no.
Carry.
No.
No.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say no because it's not okay. If carry a lot of weight means yeah, it can also mean something very important.
Like make effort.
We can use it. Yeah. It can also mean yeah, okay, his vote carries a lot of weight. I can definitely say his vote yeah. That actually is very common. Okay, I tried to tell you that weight has a lot of meanings here when it's very much related to power and influence. I didn't realize myself how true that was. Okay. All right. Actually, I think that's right.
Take.
I think that's right. I think your answer, Carrie, is the correct answer here. No, I think that's right. No, maybe yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Puru is for strings, right?
You can also use it's we're going to need it later, but for a lot of weight, as I was mentioning, this is very much related to our general topic. Hold a lot of weight. An argument is very important. Carry a lot of weight. So somebody's vote carries a lot of weight. If somebody's more important in a meeting than okay, Senior Vice President Smith's opinion carries a lot of weight. A lot of people are going to follow him. Pull a lot of weight can also be used. He pulls a lot of weight in the company, meaning he does a lot. Also, kind of related, he's very important, and he can influence because he does an awful lot. He's very important. Again, that whole idea of weight being importance. All right, but I think the one they want you to use particularly here is carry a lot of weight. So anyway, good job, Heidi. Found them all. Sasha, C. What do you think? What verb?
Maybe eat the bug.
That's funny.
Like eat a dog.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, and it cracks me up. It's just funny. Okay, let me kind of explain why probably none of you are laughing, but I am. Buck has a lot of meaning. A lot of meanings in English. A buck, I think, Sasha's thinking of like a male deer, right?
Yes.
Or a buck, actually a rabbit is also called a buck. I don't know if you knew that. A male rabbit is a buck.
No, I don't.
Here, it's totally useless English for you. A male deer or a male rabbit is called a buck. A female rabbit and a female deer are both called a doe. Why together the same? I have no idea, but anyway. So yeah, okay. Have you ever eaten deer meat, Sasha?
No, I didn't meet the bug.
All right.
Before.
All right. Anyway, here's more useless English. Deer meat, just like cow meat is called beef, deer meat is called venison. Just so you know. All right. And yes, you can eat the buck literally, physically, yeah, but you wouldn't say that. You would say eat venison, because in English we call all deer meat is called venison. All right. So here's why it's the wrong answer. Physically, you would eat venison. All right. No, the buck also means. Sasha, do you know another meaning for buck?
No, I don't know another meaning of this word.
Okay, $1, $1 is called a buck. I'll give you a buck if you tell me the answer. Okay, $20. I'll sell you this phone for $20.
Yeah, I see. Yes,
All right.
yes, I get it. I know this meaning, but usually
Okay.
I hear the word bucks, but not the word buck, but not the word buck.
Well,
In,
you have
in the in the
singular.
plural.
Right. Right. The plural, right? Of course, because $1, $2, right? Okay. No, this is a.
Probably take the buck.
Yeah,
Oh,
you might think, but no. I'll help you out here. Pass the buck is the idiomatic expression. Now, if you've never heard this before, I'm reasonably sure you could never possibly guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain it. To pass
okay,
the buck.
but I look. Okay, I looked forward and I see the phrase H, a tough line, and I thought that in this situation is a nice word for that, pass and tough line.
No. There's definitely a much stronger co-location for H.
Okay.
When we get there, definitely. And the only one that fits the buck. There are no other idioms with the buck. Really, just none. Pass the buck. So it has to be. Anyway, to pass the buck is to pass responsibility. It's definitely not bucket, Nader. It's definitely the buck. Well, there is. I'm sorry. I said there's no other idioms. That's wrong. This actually originates. A former president of the United States had this on his desk, written in big letters. He had a plaque, an engraved plaque that says, "The buck stops here," meaning there's nowhere to go past me. I take complete responsibility for everything that happens in the entire government. So he was basically saying there's nowhere for responsibility to go. It ends here. So responsibility, if you pass the buck, you pass responsibility. That could be responsibility to do something. Your boss tells you to do something. You pass the buck and tell your subordinate, someone under you, your subordinate, to do it, and he tells somebody under him to do it. So the buck keeps getting passed, responsibility to do something. Or it often gets used to pass responsibility or blame. Something goes wrong, and the boss says, "Oh, what did you do? You messed up the account." And I say, "No, my underling messed up the account." All right. So, okay, if you pass responsibility from you onto another, and that responsibility could be to do something in the future, or it could be blame for something that went wrong. All right, you pass the buck. You're okay, Nader. Your boss completely attempts to avoid the buck. In other words, he wants no responsibility. Okay. Strangely, we don't have "avoid the buck" as an idiom. And maybe we should, because it makes perfect sense. But that doesn't actually exist. But it makes sense if it did. Whoa. Jackie, since you're not talking anyway, I'm going to take the liberty of muting you. So next time you sharpen your pencil, we don't have to hear it. Okay. Anyway, blender. He can't talk to us, but on the other hand, he can make blender drinks at work. That's cool, man. You know, I'm hip with that. It's okay. No problem. Okay. He can't talk while he's at work, but he can make margaritas. All right. I guess that's a cool trade-off. All right. Yes, he says. All right. Very nice. Okay, let me quickly welcome Max. Hi, Max.
Hello again.
Hello again. Max, since you just got here and you're really not going to have another chance. Oh, we have to hurry up. Oh my gosh, time's going by. You may not have another chance. Max, do you know the verb that goes with a few strings?
A few strings. No, I don't know. Maybe twist.
All right. Anybody in class? Anybody know the verb here? Okay, Nader does. Pull, and Heidi does. Pull a few strings. This goes back to the very beginning of class. Well, kind of. It has kind of related to the puppets, but if you can pull strings, that means you can influence something. You have your good friend. Maybe you have a friend in a high place that can get things done, or maybe you have a little blackmail material on somebody. Whatever. You have a way to influence someone. You can pull a few strings. You can call in a favor. Someone did you a favor, or you did them a favor. You can pull a few strings. Call in a few favors is another way, very similar. I can call in a few favors at City Hall and get something done. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Anthony, do you have any idea? E, blank the trousers. No, he doesn't. He's gone. Okay, Ken, blank the trousers.
Wear the trousers, maybe.
Right, exactly. This is often used to talk about husband and wife or a man and woman who wears the trousers in your house. In other words, who makes the decisions. Okay, so it could also be used. It could be used in a business setting or anytime. We often use this to ask who makes the decision. All right, who wears the pants? And by the way, Americans usually say pants. I wear the pants in my family, like that. British people would prefer to say trousers, and Americans say pants, but they're the same thing. And the idioms are essentially the same. Who's in charge? Who wears the pants? Who wears the pants on this committee? Who's going to make the decision? Who's calling the shots? Would be another way to say the same thing. All right. Jackie. Jackie, all right, blank the fort. So if I was your boss, Jackie, and I said, I have to leave. I have to step out of the office for 3 hours. I have a dentist appointment. Can you blank the fort for me while I'm gone? Any idea?
Take the fort. Take.
No.
No.
Not take the fort. Hold. Okay, Sasha's got it. Hold the fort. If you hold the fort, you just you guard. To hold the fort, you're not gonna lose it. This is used in business. Well, I suppose if my wife wanted to go do some shopping and I had the day off, she might say to me, would you mind holding the fort for a couple hours? I guess that would be normal. It's very common in business, however. Somebody's got to pay attention to what's going on. There has to be somebody there, whatever, watching the kids, or because somebody's coming to your house, a repairman or something, then somebody needs to hold the fort. Somebody has to be there. Okay, Jack, he's got a phone call. All right, great. Okay, Ruben, what about G?
Take or hold, no?
Yeah, this is a hard one. This is a little bit difficult. If I've got you like you're almost trained, like you trust me completely, and you believe everything I say, you trust me. Think about it this way: if you want an animal to trust you, if you want to train an animal, what do you train them to do? What's the first thing you need to do to get them to trust you? Any idea? You never train animals, did you?
No, I never train animals.
Okay. In order for that animal to trust you, the first thing you want him to do is to eat out of the palm of your hand.
Ah, okay, yes, yeah, of course. Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Sure. If that animal will eat out of the palm of your hand, that means he ultimately trusts you and you can control him. So, if you have a client, if you're a marketer and your client is eating out of the palm of your hand, that means, oh, he totally believes every stupid thing I tell him. He completely trusts me. Whatever I suggest, he'll go along with. He'll buy any advertising package I tell him to buy. He's eating out of the palm of my hand.
Yes, in Spain, it's a expression very used in Spain, in Spanish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the same thing. All right. Well,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. H, Nader. If you need to be very strict with someone, business or social, your children, you may need to blank a tough line with your children if they're misbehaving, for example. Or you may need to blank a tough line in negotiations. Don't give up anything. Don't concede anything. Nader, are you there? Hold the fort was the expression. Watch the business while I'm away. No. Anybody know this one? You have to be very strict. Yeah, that's it. Take a tough line. I have to take a tough line with my daughters and tell them to put their toys back in the toy box. We have to take a tough line in negotiations. We cannot concede too much because this deal is going to hugely affect our bottom line or our profit margin. All right. So you take a tough line. You're very strict. You don't give up anything. You don't concede anything. Heidi, next one.
Twist someone around your little finger.
Great. And sometimes we use twist, sometimes wrap. Either one. Wrap someone around your little finger. What does that mean, Heidi? Do you know?
Maybe you can manage anything about someone. No.
Yeah, you control them completely. Yeah. All right.
In Japan, we say twist the baby's hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very easy. Meaning very easy.
I get it.
It's like twisting the baby's hand like that. Very easy.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Okay. This one can be used in business. This one is also used socially or in a family, or, for example, a very common usage would be that girl has her boyfriend twisted around her little finger. He'll do anything she tells him to do. He will believe anything she says to him. Women are constantly twisting men around their little finger, for example. Okay, and last one, unfortunately, we never got to the examples. Last one is, again, take is the only thing left. Take advantage of someone. If you take advantage of someone, okay, you need to have a job, so I'm only going to pay you minimum wage, or I'm going to pay you very low wages because I know you're desperate to have a job. You're taking advantage of their situation. You're abusing them. Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes, not the type of abuse that a lawyer could deal with. You're just taking advantage of a situation. A company really needs an influx of capital. They need money. Well, you may take advantage of them and offer to buy them out for a very reduced price. You take advantage of somebody or something, situation. Okay, unfortunately, I'm over time. So I've got to stop it right here, sorry to say. So thank you, everyone.